Hey team, thanks so much for joining today. We've got day number 3 this time, so we're on to hamstrings, lower abs and glutes, done a specific way. There's 3 different circuits for today's workout, each consisting of 4 exercises. We're going to go for these for repetition, so I'll call them out as we go along. Some of them are high numbers, some of them are low numbers, but anyway, I'll call them out as we go along and we shall get stuck into it. Alright guys, let's go. Okay, so first up we have a long stationary lunge. Now your focus here has to be here at the hips, is they're going to shoot down towards this left heel. Yeah, so really long, really stretching, and then pull it back out. So it's forward and back. As I'm going forward and back, I don't allow my chest to sink forward, right? Don't allow this to happen. Just keep it up nice and high, shoulders back, hands on the waist, and push forward and back. Okay. I've got to notice here that my front toe, I should be able to see the big toe of my lead foot here. So in that sense, my left knee is actually sliding out slightly. I'm going to call that 8. We've got 15 of these. 9. 10. You notice the back heel is always high as well. If I start to put that down, it throws me off balance. So you want to keep that high for your balance. 13. 14. One more time. And 15. Okay, step it in. Change legs, exactly the same thing. Now my feet here are about shoulder width apart. I lied, maybe just between hip width and shoulder width. Both feet are facing straight ahead. My knee as I come down, it's going to shoot out slightly, right? So I've just allowed my hips to open up by doing that. If my knee's going straight ahead or inwards, I block myself, right? So I can't allow my hips to sink too, I don't allow my hips to sink too low. If the knee's going out just slightly, I get that much extra range. And my back leg, I'm trying to keep almost straight here. It's not like your regular lunge where you dip straight up and down. Notice my angle is going forward and back. Well, that's 7, huh? 8, 9, 10, 5 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, the bones should already be settling in. 1. Okay, stand up at the back of your mat this time. Put down my trusty pad. Okay, so what we're doing is crawl outs. Every time you come back up, I'm going to get you to reach your arms above your head. Hands down to the floor, crawl forward, just into a long plank, and then crawl back up. I'm trying to keep my legs straight here because I've got a really good stretch at the back of my thighs. But if you need to bend your legs just to get to the floor, then do so. Also, if you've got lower back pain or anything, just bend it a little bit so you actually allow your back to stay straight. Otherwise, bend them, get the stretch in the back of the thigh, and take it up every single time. Make sure when you get to the top of this, you're standing tall, your posture's up, your head's back, arms are up. You don't want to stop it short and always be looking down, right? And there's my crouch back. You want to focus on posture on every single move. Give me 2 more. And on the last one, I'll get you to hold when you're at the bottom. So crawl it forward, hold that position. Okay, so now we're moving into the little bit of the lower abs, but also onto the glutes. So you're going to keep your body weight forward in your hands, touch the knee on the inside of the elbow, and then stretch back out. 6. My whole time here, I'm trying to keep my chest and my hips square onto the floor. Let's call that 8, 9, one more guys, and 10. Change side, same thing. Left knee up and inside the elbow, kick it back, and there's just a slight tilt as I go forward and back. It's not right back, yeah? I'm not taking it right back. My hips and shoulders are equidistant from the floor the whole time. Call that 6, 7, 8, and on the very peak of it, I'm just flexing my glutes. 9 and 10. Take a knee, put the knee down. All right, the next one, kneeling kickbacks. So we're going to go do these a couple of times. First way is just simply straight back. So hands down on the floor. Slide that leg back, and that's your start position. So no weight on that foot. Tense the glute. and then just lift the thigh. This is a high rep exercise, but what I'm trying to do is actually keep my leg relaxed and work from the glute. So the bum is the only thing that's lifting my whole leg here. So it should be enough weight for us to work. But mind you, the glutes are a pretty powerful muscle. So let's keep it like this today. Call that 10 more. But really try and focus on isolating. As I like to say all the time, you really need to focus on the muscle that you're working. And if you're not feeling that working, then something else is taking over. So in this instance, it could be your lower back, and it would do that if you're doing these ones. Yeah, if you're allowing this to drop up and down. 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. Straighten your left leg. Relax the leg. Tense the glute. 3, 4. You notice there's not too much movement from my back here. There should ideally be absolutely none. So I want to keep this stomach nice and strong. Keep my tension between my hands and my knee, and then stabilize through the midsection, and just work this left glute to raise that whole leg. Call that 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, that's the first circuit. We're going to go back through again. We'll do exactly the same 4. This time, we'll just make sure the count is correct, because my count is really bad when I'm doing these. So we're going to sink it forward in 1, 2, take it right forward, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the burn starts to settle in, 7, if you're going deep enough, 8, 9, make sure that knee is out slightly, 10, 11, back heel is really high, 12, 13, 14, last one guys, 15, step it forward, switch your legs, really long here, sink your glutes down and forward, down towards that front heel. Try and keep your balance. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forward and back, 7, 8, already my front thigh is really burning, 9, the back one, I'm just feeling a good stretch, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more guys, 15, okay. The next one was crawl forward with your hands, go into a really long plank. I'm going to get right forward on my toes, and then I'm going to crawl it back up. So, right onto the toes, really strong plank there. Crawl it back in, same again, and don't do what I just did, which was look down the whole time. When you're up, posture up. Make sure all of those postural muscles are working to get you aligned correctly. 2, call that 3. 2 good ones, 1 bad one. 4, right forward, right back, open it out. 5, remember, keep your legs straight unless you're not able to touch the floor, in which case you'll bend your knees. I'm also trying to touch the floor really close to my toes as I come down. Call this 7, and then we'll have 1 more. And pause at the bottom, right? So walk your hands forward, pause in that really long position, drag your right knee through, and then extend back. I'm trying to keep my weight this time 100% in my arms so that I'm not rocking forward and back. 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. If you got the shakes, you know you're doing it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay forward, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop your knees. Okay, the last one was kick back. And I did promise you different types every time we come back to it. So this time you're going to start off in the same position. Your leg that's straight is going to go on the opposite side of the back leg. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So you lift, bring it across and down. Lift, bring it across and down. So it's like a big motion. I'm trying here again to keep my core nice and stable. So I'm bracing, I'm not drawing in. So the different muscles, when you're coughing, that's bracing. So to start this move off, you can give a small cough and then you try and hold those muscles engaged for the whole time. 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides, straighten that leg. Now let's do it. It's those muscles which actually engage that you're trying to brace now. Okay, up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more guys, 9, and 10. All right, cool. So that's our first circuit. We're gonna go straight on to the next one now. No rest. What do we need rest for? And these start off on your back. So it's a little bit more abs involved, but I want you to keep your pins locked. So. First one, supine hip bridge with the leg drop. Right. Palms up for this one. I don't want you to use your arms here. So palms up, raise your hips up, and that's it. Now you pause here in this position, draw the belly button down towards your spine, straighten your right leg, and as you straighten the right leg, most people will dip their hips. I want you to stay nice and stable. So straighten it out, make sure this left glute is really tense, raise the leg up, drop it out slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep the stomach drawn in, 6, 5, you should feel those, 4, down, down, deep inside the lower abs, that's where you're feeling the tension, 9, 10, and that's it. Okay, relax for 2 seconds. Same thing on the other side, I'm squeezing both glutes to get up, my feet are quite close because I want to keep that stability. Now watch this, if I'm not relaxed, if I'm not tense at the midsection, and I drop that leg out, well look how much the hips have dropped. So I want you not to do that. So you're going to hold on here, hold on to your hips, dig 2 fingers into the bony notch just inside of that, draw the belly button in, tense your right glute, straighten your left leg, and let's go. 1, make sure your hips stay even. 2, 3, 4. What you might notice is that one side is a little bit weaker than the other. That's fine, but let's just notice it and still work with it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next one, thumbs underneath the backside, just enough to stop your hips rocking forward when your legs are out straight. So this one you want both legs up and straight. Yeah, you have to really lock your thighs. You can't leave it bent. Okay? If you're straightening your legs and your legs actually go forward, that's fine, that's your position. So this is what we're doing. We're going to drop one leg at a time, bring it back up, bring it back up, yeah? So every time you do that, you're going back to that straight position. If your legs pull back further, then fantastic, let's stay with that. And it's a nice, long, slow scissor. Let's point the toes now. Get them right out, get them right out. I'm also, if you haven't noticed, got my knees slightly turned out as I'm dropping it down. You want to focus on the inside of the thigh there, just enough to actually get, let's say 60% of that working as opposed to 60% of the outside working. That's enough, that's all you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and 1. Okay, next round through, if your lower back starts to hurt, just prop your head up and look at your thighs. Okay, scissors, toes down bridge, we are doing now. So we're back to the bridge, toes digging into the floor, and then my heels are close enough that I can actually touch them, right? So now as I go up and high, I'm digging right in here, right into the soleus. And that's where this tension, a lot of it is coming from. I'm still squeezing the glutes to get up, and I'm still pushing my shoulders back into the floor. So this is a high bridge all the way from the toes. 7, again, I want my heels close enough that I can touch them with my fingers. 8, if you have longer arms, then you're at an advantage. 10, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more guys, and 1. Single leg slide in, lift, drop. Okay, this one. Right, so from this position with your legs out straight, I want your arms out straight as well, okay? What you'll notice is that your rib cage is lifted. I want you to close it for this position. So we're closing that, so now the whole front line of the abs are engaged. I'm going to take my left leg out. So I'm sliding the ball of the foot up on the inside of the knee, and I'm trying to keep both hips square onto the floor. Extend that leg up, pull it down. Same thing, extend up, pull it down. As I come in, I'm trying to keep that knee outside as close to the floor as possible. As I extend up, I'm just kicking for the ceiling. Drag in, lift, and extend. Drag in, lift, and extend. 5 more. 1, 2, that was a poor one. 3, now it's starting to burn the thighs. 4, and now it's really digging in. 5, change sides, right leg coming up on the inside. Again, I'm trying to keep that knee really close to the floor. And I'm doing that by squeezing both glutes. So that would pull my hips out. Extend up, let it drop out. All the time here, the rib cage is closed. Everything's working. 4, 5, up, 6, 4 more, up, 7, draw in, lift, 8, draw in, lift, 9, try and straighten that leg at the very top, flex it, hold it, and let it drop. Okay, that's it for that one. Okay, so we're gonna go back through those. There's your 4 exercises for this circuit. The first one was the supine hip bridge with the leg drop. So, from this position, my heels now are digging into the floor. We're different to that toe bridge. Heels are digging into the floor, and I've used my glutes to actually raise here. So my hamstrings should be relaxed. Okay, hands down actually for this one. Feet a little bit closer. Remember, we're drawing in the midsection, so all of this is like paper thin. That's what we're after. Lift the leg up, let it drop out. Lift the leg up, let it drop out. The drop is the heaviest bit, like that bit right there is the heaviest bit for my TVA, and that's the point that I actually want to really focus on my exhale to make sure that that TVA is working overtime. 9, at 10, I think my counting is way off, but that's where we are. Stay up, don't let your bum come down. Squeeze both glutes, lift the left side, and let it drop out. Remember, you're trying to, what did I do there? Straight leg. Okay, you're trying to draw the belly button in the whole time. So I'm gonna work these last, let's say 7 with my breath. Here we go. 1, shh, at the end. 2, shh. 3, my left side is weaker. 4, shh. Now, but later I'm gonna get it. 5, shh. 6, last one, shh. 7. Okay, cool. Next one was thumbs underneath the back side. Okay, so make sure that it's high enough that you're actually not letting the hips rocking forward, which means your lower back is not going to raise from the floor. Okay, so this time I want you to prop your head up and look at your thighs. So now my whole stomach's engaged, just by holding my chest and my chin up. Okay, from that position we're gonna let it come out. I'm pulling this left leg back behind me, and you can see I'm shaking already. So that's what I'm after. Just enough tension to shake. I should do a dub over for this one so you can't hear me shaking. Just enough tension to shake, but you're in the right position. You've got all the muscles working that need to be engaged. The quads are firing right here, so I'm really feeling the burn from all the previous work that we've been doing. And that's what I'm after for this. 8, 9. You can work with your breath again. 10, 11. 5 more. 1, 2, if you're shaking the stops, lift it a little bit higher. 3, 4, 1 more, 5. Okay, cool. That is it. Okay, last one, toe bridge. Okay, no, 2 more, toe bridge. Drive it up, make sure it's your toes pinning into the floor. 2, 3, and what I'm doing here also, I'm focusing on pushing my knees forward. 4, that gets it a little bit lower in your leg. This is where the lower leg comes into play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 more team. 1, 2, and 3, straighten both legs. The last one was that sliding. Remember this, you're trying to open both hips here. Straighten that leg up and let it drop out. 1, draw it in, lift it up. 2, up, 3, up, 4. I hope you're all following in with the nutrition plan as well. If you haven't started that already, then now's the time. You really want to get the most out of these 14 days. And the only way you're going to do that is through the nutrition side. All of this is about toning the leg. All of these exercises are about toning the leg or toning the muscle. The nutrition is where you're going to lose any body fat that you want to be losing or gain any strength that you want to be gaining. So, if your sole purpose here is for some performance, then you need to be loading. And if it's for weight management, then you need to be loading as well. It's just different loading sequence. So stay with the nutrition and give it your all. Let's not get to the end of these 14 days wishing that we had have done it from the very start. 2 more, lift. 1 more, lift. Cool guys, that's round 2. Well, that's circuit number 2. Okay, last circuit here, kneeling side kickbacks. Plank and hip drop, side laying, what do we got? 2 leg lifts, side laying, okay, double, and oblique crunch. Okay, so moving right along into the 3rd circuit, we have kneeling kick back, but to the side. So take that all fours position, slide your leg out about 20 degrees. So remember, both hips and both shoulders are square onto the floor now. I've turned my toes out a little bit and then I'm gonna lift very short. I don't wanna overextend and start using my lower back to pull back in. Let's keep this isolated. And that should be enough to get over that glute med. 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, out 20 degrees, I'm gonna move in slightly, out 20 degrees, there we go, and lift, 2. The only thing tapping the floor is my big toe. I don't let the whole leg relax there, it's a tap, a very light tap. 11, 12, you wanna work it more, don't let it tap at all. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, plank and hip drop side to side. So go onto the forearms, legs wide, I've got them as wide as my mat here. I'm going to drop my hips over onto the right hand side of the mat and pull back up from the obliques. Drop it over, pull back up. This is like just at the front side of those love handles. That's exactly where we're trying to work it. So let's make sure you feel it there. 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, cool. So the next one, you're directly onto your side. This one, if it digs into your hips too much, just put a pillow underneath your hips. That would actually help out quite a lot. So if that's the case, hit pause now and then go and grab that. What you're doing is stabilize yourself on your hand here. Just rest it out or rest the arm out, and then you dig in. And what I'm doing is using my bottom leg to lift the top leg, and it's directly on the side here. So the hip drop was that side of the love handles, this one's directly on the side. So let's lift 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other side, same thing. Remember, straighten that top arm, or rest it underneath your head, whatever you like. But this hand will support you. My hips are stacked, my bottom leg, in this case it's my right leg, is lifting up both legs. And already, like rep number 3, I'm feeling it dig in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay straight over onto your back. Both shoulders level on the floor. My feet are together just underneath my backside, and then I'm letting my hips drop. So the line here is important. Now move your feet away. That's from chest, hip, back of the heel. So that's my line. And then a short curl up. 3, 4, 5, 6. What will help here is if you hold on to the back of your head so that the muscles here, the SCM, is not going to be overloaded. And so the neck can last a lot longer than just like pulling on it. You're supporting and cradling your head. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Change sides, both shoulders on the floor. Rock your heels over. They should be aligned already. If they're not, middle of the chest, hip and heels needs to be one straight line. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Let's go back through. What do we got? Kneeling side kickbacks. Let's do that over on the opposite side. Kneeling side kickbacks. Right leg first. So taking it out about 20 degrees and then lift. Remember, you want your hips square onto the floor, your shoulders square onto the floor, and never waver from that position. You notice here how short I'm going. That's all you need. You don't need to get right up high. See what I did with my back? It's just like I've just worked my back. I've like missed out on the side of the glute. So let's isolate when it's called for. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left leg out. Just tap the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you can feel it on the same side or the same position as the other side. Both sides should be even. Shouldn't feel one in the center of the glute and the other side on the outside of the glute. Both should be, you should feel it on exactly the same spot on both sides. 17, 18, 19, 20. Onto your hands, so your elbows, feet wide, and hip drop. Drop it right over. Lift it up. I'm coming right up and over the rainbow here. It's a big semicircle. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not staying low and doing these ones. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lift the bum. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Cool. Okay, side laying, double leg lift. We'll do the left side first this time, only because that's the way we're facing. Okay, remember it's right here on top of the love handles. So focus on that. Bottom leg, the right leg here is going to lift, and from the very first rep you should feel it. If you're feeling it higher and towards the back, change your position by dropping your top hip backwards, and then that will get it a little bit more for the front side of the bottom of the obliques. You don't want it in your lower back. 13, 14, 15. Okay. Okay, where are we? Arm out straight, top hand down. Again, if you're feeling this in your lower back, just bring your hips backwards a little bit. But otherwise, stacked hips. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last exercise, oblique crunches. Okay, really simple here. This time move your feet away a little bit. So the further they are away, the more like, where are we here? At a diagonal we're working. So that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to lengthen out down through the obliques, and then I'm closing it. Lengthen, close it. That's all I'm doing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get 15 done. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, this is not like a proper crunch where you can go up all the way. This is very short. You don't want to bend your back too far out of position. Just keep it nice and focused. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, team, that's the workout for the day. I really hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you want to see more of these, then show me some love. Give me a subscribe down below. Leave a comment, or if you have any questions, then leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer them. But aside from that, that's it for today. Tomorrow, we're gonna go a little bit more into the cardio side of things, but I hope you can join me then. So, all right, guys, ciao.